Willkommen, Kalosorisatte. Welcome to the launch day of the fifth batch of Ukibate Scholars. I'm feeling, pretty excited at the moment because not only is it like 2 years since I was a Ukibate Scholar and I started my journey in Deutsche Telekom, but today, our Ukibate scholars are actually working on ideas, on business ideas that can help improve the lives of our customers, especially now after the pandemic has hit us and accelerated the need of digitalization. So I'd like to welcome on stage the founder of Ukibate, Johannes Newing. Welcome, Johannes.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me. I'm happy to be here.
How are you feeling, Johannes?
Excited.
Excited?
Very excited, yes.
Yes, and energized.
Yes, of course, a bit nervous, I must admit, but I'm very happy to be here and that this day finally starts.
Definitely. I think you told me before that if you're not feeling nervous or stressed, you're not taking it that seriously.
That's right.
So we're definitely taking this very, very seriously. So Johannes, would you like to inform the audience as to why we're here today?
So, yes, of course, the objective of this launch day is first and foremost to make our scholars visible, right? So we want to make them visible to the entire company and also, invite you to help them as a mentor. So the second part of this, launch day objective set, so to speak, is to launch a global mentoring community and, have you help our scholars.
Great. I still remember that, one thing, the most important thing that I learned during my journey was the fact that at the end of the day, things are simple. It's all about the people. Now, whether it's the customers that we serve on a daily basis or the colleagues that we work on. And our Ukibate scholars are really out there. They're out there in the market. They're checking what our customers need. They're interviewing. They're getting close to the customer because I think it's really important in your day-to-day business to understand the linkage between what we offer as a company to our customers out there in the real world and what we do in our daily lives, because this really does give us purpose.
If you think about making an app, I would say making an app is easy, but making a meaningful app is hard, right? Because you have to really address existing problem or customer need better than everybody else, and making a business out of it is maybe even harder, right? But in the current times, under these conditions of the pandemic, let me just say that I believe this is the biggest disruption of our lifetime. And so it's accelerating, especially when it comes to digitization. And it's a massive shakeout of, former already weaker, societies and companies. And so there's so much change going on and everybody is affected, right? So that's why there are a lot of, new or more pressing problems or customer needs, very, very present right now. And, basically, Sia and myself, we decided to accept this as a challenge, right? And
Yes.
take it from there.
And what's so great, and I really want to stress this today, and for people out there to really hear, is that our teams are so diverse. Apart from the fact that they're super, super passionate and well-skilled and really are thinking outside the box now and possess a growth mindset, but they're diverse. We've got people from across, the countries in the NatCos, and they're also working with each other in the teams, which shows that we can really break down silos and collaborate. If they can collaborate their teams, then we can collaborate more and enhance collaboration, in our global footprint, in order to move us further into the digital ages.
Absolutely. We are used to working in silos and we have our departments and responsibilities and it's all good, right, to keep the business up and running. But when it comes to, innovate, it's important to have, entrepreneurship being present, right, like people really taking action and making themselves accountable for what they are working on. But it's also even more important to, get connected, right? And grow your network across, the company, but also beyond. And that's how, innovation is really brought to life, and we are taking advantage of this, matter of fact.
So if I were to say, like, a couple of things that the Ukibate really offers at the moment, so it's like getting in touch with the needs of our customers. So we're there, we're listening, we're obsessed about our customers. What do they want there in order to deliver what is needed? I mean, this can enhance, the speed of innovation. Our scholars are working on developing themselves, they're working on their personal development, they're learning things every day, they're getting more skilled and equipped in order to bring our company forward into the digital future. And so the final thing would be, for example, to say, you can actually help because we've got people with such specialization in different areas, and you can be a mentor of these teams, and it would mean a lot. And I think you mentioned it before, Johannes. The most selfish thing that somebody can do is give something to somebody else and really take part in this. So let's do this together.
And that's, we're talking about innovation, of course, but it's also about, transforming the skills within our company, and that's, mostly nurtured from experience, right? And it's not only about the scholars which are, undergoing, so to speak, new experiences, very intense experiences, but also everybody who is involved. So this, skill transformation movement can really grow from there, right? And that's why we also invite you to, sneak peek. Have a look at our teams, ask yourself what you can do, whom you are knowing, who might be helpful, and just, make a little contribution. And we all, are taken to, take advantage of that.
So one last thing that we should actually clarify, and for the audience to understand, is the fact that our 8 teams are working, 100% of being provided 100% of their working hours in order to develop their ideas. So a big thank you to Deutsche Telekom for actually, and to the managers of these people who have, really focused on the personal development of the people. So that's super important. Thank you, Deutsche Telekom. Thank you to the managers out there and across the NatCos who are really focusing on the personal development of the people.
Nothing to add.
So I would like at this moment in time to share a contribution by a very inspiring woman. She's definitely had an impact in my life, and she's a get-it-done kind of lady who is really focused on unlocking the potential of talent within our company in order to bring our company forward, in a proactive manner. So thank you, Svitlana Bieluskina. So let's check out the video.
Greetings to 2 of my favorite programs in Deutsche Telekom. It's Ucubate and Code+Design. And why these 2 programs are my favorites? Because they are allowing our employees to behave like adults. To treat Deutsche Telekom as their own business, to not wait for any permissions or okays from the upper levels of management and just go and do stuff. Do what matters for society, do what matters for the customer, do what matters for Deutsche Telekom. And in times of post-pandemic, which we are living through, this crisis had an irreversible impact on society. It had irreversible impact on Deutsche Telekom and the way we work inside. And I scanned through your projects, they all seem super exciting. I wish you success, I wish you will not stop, and I wish you will continue driving change in DT. Good luck, and I wish you great success.
So welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed this inspiring message. But because, I'm a real fan of keeping things interactive, and I want to know how you're feeling. So I would ask you now to open your smartphones and log in with the code for Menti. Go to www.menti.com, press the code and tell us how you're feeling. Because this matters, especially during remote working. We can't be together, but we can't lose the human element and the connecting with our audience. So please do share.
Maybe to add to Svetlana's video and referring to that we're in this together, I would like to already thank the Code+Design team for setting this whole live stream up. I think we have an amazing environment, amazing team. We experienced very strong contribution and support from the whole crowd. So thank you very much.
It's so great because it just needs this get it done attitude, and what I can say, meeting the Code+Design team and especially collaborating with them today is that they've really got it there. I'm loving the passion, loving it.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you, guys.
So what we're going to do at the moment is we're going to actually go into we've got 2 video recordings. We've got during the first video recording, we're going to actually you're going to actually experience and listen to the pitches of our teams. This is where we're going to give them the visibility needed. You're going to see what they're all about, and you can pick which one you think is great, or maybe the one that you want to mentor. So I would invite the audience now to actually view the pitches. Johannes, anything else to add?
Yes, of course.
Yes?
So stay curious and experience what they have to offer.
Enjoy, guys. See you in a moment.
Hey everybody, we are Launchevent and we want to bring structure to social media live streams. So I want to talk to you about three things today. My morning passion coffee, the current explosion of live streaming, and the reason why people would think of Deutsche Telekom when they're on Instagram pretty soon. But let's go into the coffee thing first. Recently, I had a really stressful morning. So I was going to my kitchen, I was preparing a coffee, I needed to get things started in the morning, and I just had to pour the coffee into my cup. Really easy, but it was a stressful morning, so I couldn't execute, it was a mess. In the afternoon, I went to a coffee place and there was a barista. He was asking me, how do you want your coffee? And I was describing it. He was then going to his professionally organized, very structured working place, and he poured me that perfect cup of coffee. What's the difference between the two stories here? I was very unstructured. The barista had a professionally organized working place. And this is exactly what Launchevent wants to do with social media live streaming. But let me explain this to you. COVID-19 created a momentum for social media live streams. It helped people with social distancing. And it was very easy to produce content. Just hit a button, you connect to the world. But it was very messy to find as a user a live stream and very hard to promote it as a content creator. So this is the barista story I was talking to you about. It is the messy version of it. And we as Launchevent want to give a platform for influencers to promote their content. That's the moneymaker, and for users to find the content. So currently it looks like this on all those platforms. You can have social media live streams, but there's a link missing. There is the barista missing, and that's Launchevent. So we want to go in as Deutsche Telekom with Launchevent. We want to aggregate all that content, and that's how this will look like. So we want to give a platform to social media live streaming so that you at your fingertips can just choose from the best content out there. Remember the SpaceX rocket launch recently? It was streamed live to the internet. This will be on Launchevent. So at your fingertips, you will have personalized content and categories pre-sorted for you, so you can just have that new way of entertainment all settled for you. Very comfortable, very easy to use. So we would say that this is not only perfect for the user, but also for Deutsche Telekom. We want to be a content aggregator. That's what Tim Hedges said recently. And we say it's a match. We got you covered. It's a next logical step to go into live streams. So if you are interested in this idea, if you are enthusiastic about social media, if you have an idea about app development, or want to be a business sponsor or partner, contact us. So the last question is, will you be a part or just read about it on Yum? Talk to us now. Thank you.
Hello to everyone. We are the e-prescription team with a solution e-prescription, an automated medical solution, delivery included. The concept and feedback results were highly appreciated. Having heard the voice of the customer, we have observed how people feel and what they say. We have interviewed a lot of people from different perspectives, such as patients, doctors, and pharmacists. And we have seen the sides of real people's needs. E-prescription is an OTT platform which digitally interconnects patients, doctors, and pharmacists, offers online medical consulting, and helps patients to continue their treatment without risk by minimizing physical contact and maintaining necessary social distance. It's designed to automatically produce, send, and receive medical-related documents. How our platform works. A patient enters the platform, requests online the desired medical issues, chooses doctor's specialist, and doctor digitally prescribes the medication. All qualified digital platforms are beginning to orchestrate via API bot technology, and e-prescription has been automatically produced. Patients and pharmacy are automatically informed by email or SMS, and the delivery of the treatment is arranged digitally directly to patient's home. The patient proceeds to online payment and waits to receive medication at home. We have developed a high-level business model with our value proposition and target group. We want to make money from it by taking advantage of real people's needs and advanced new technology. Such examples could be specific ICT project, doctors, and subscription fees.
Mutual benefits will be reaped for all stakeholders by offering the opportunity to feel more safe and secure. People are more mature now than ever before. State authorities fund this kind of digitalization and try to find new ways of social distancing. DT has superior and advanced technical knowledge as well as the financial means to develop such projects, and if we do not do it, then our competitors or disruptors will do it eventually. We seek for your advanced mentoring skills and guidance in order to spread, raise, and promote our digital footprint, communication channels, development groups, collaboration, trust to go to market, and last but not least, investment for our MVP in order to literally create a better world for all affected people that can be easily us. Our team is result-oriented with growth mindset and passion. We have vision, professionalism, cross-functional soft skills, expertise, and previous successful collaboration. Apostolis from technology and myself from wholesale product development. Our contact details are in the QR code. Please scan up and reach out to us for more detailed information. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you know this situation? Empty classrooms, teaching or learning from home. With COVID-19, we have all a new situation. Everyone has to teach his or her children at home because there is a big lack. There are most times no digital teaching concepts in the schools. Schools are not prepared for teaching digital at the moment. And this problem we want to solve. We engage us. We are aware of this challenge before. Since more than 2 years, we are working in the initiative IT at School of Telecom employees. And we are working on these topics. We organize events. We do advanced trainings for teachers and courses for students. Because we really burn for the topic. We want that our children get fit for the future. And not only that our children get fit for the future, we want that all children have the possibility to learn digital, to learn for the future. And therefore, teachers are the key. So we make teachers fit for the digital age. Our solution in detail, we want to provide modern learning snacks and teaching resources, which are easy to use, concrete and helpful for the teachers so that they can convey their skills in coding, robotics, digital literacy and new work. We do this in various learning situations, for example, coding and robotic fairs, multiplicator concepts, micro-learning snacks, and so on. Why is the solution valuable for Deutsche Telekom? At the moment, we see that that it's not our goal to make money with our solution in the first step, but Deutsche Telekom is a really strong player in social responsibility as a trusted companion. And therefore, we think Deutsche Telekom should help schools to get digital. We are working strongly for the next 3 months on this solution. Come on and join us. Let's make it real. Let's assess the value from our solution for image and social responsibility for Deutsche Telekom. And you have a really broad expertise and know-how, for example, in knowledge management, digital learning. Come and support us. Here you find our contact data from Heike and Marlene. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Maria from Croatian Telekom. Social distancing and contact tracing are essential weapons in combating COVID-19 today. However, monitoring patients and tracing contact are putting enormous strain to our health system. How long do you think our health system can sustain the pressure, paying attention to data accuracy while running battle for saving lives in parallel? That's why we are presenting Pulse COVID-19 monitoring service. A large number of patients with symptoms are trying to attend healthcare facilities. There is a need to isolate and closely monitor for symptoms certain population. People who are COVID-19 suspected but with no symptoms are sent home for 50 days self-isolation under health surveillance. They have to report to their assigned epidemiologist for health check and report about symptoms daily. Now, collecting and sending basic health data electronically is delegated to people themselves. Health authorities have access to database and can process data in real time. Doctors can manually add notes about patients that other doctors can read, e.g. underlying conditions, allergies, and so on. Patients can call doctors and send messages, and doctors can call patients through web application. To create user profile, we need name, surname, date of birth, ID number, mobile phone number, and the first day of isolation. User sends the following data: body temperature twice a day and symptoms. User can contact dedicated COVID-19 info number, 113 is in Croatia, or assigned doctor. And doctor is assigned automatically based on several parameters. Doctors can view assigned patient in a table view or map view. For each assigned patient, doctor can see user profile data, receive patient data, COVID-19 test status, and risk status. Let's see where the money will come from. Revenue will be generated by running ads through AdSense or alternative marketing platform. Web app development already started in a spare time at pulsemon.eu and planned to be finished during scholarship. App is designed both for mobile devices and desktop, and because it runs under Chrome, development cycle is simplified and shortened. Therefore, its usage can be extended in post-COVID era. The development will be started in a smaller market, e.g. Croatia, but because it will be multilingual and web-based in its core, it will be very simple to extend its footprint and potentially cover the whole world. If you would like to help us create a safer environment for us all, feel free to contact me and join my team as a member, mentor, or sponsor. Let's do it together. Thank you.
So welcome back. I feel blown away. How about you, Marco?
Yeah, I think we have great ideas, so I'm really looking forward to see how they evolve.
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. Loving the passion there, guys. So thank you very much for your Menti results before. I've just been through them, and I see that most of you are feeling motivated and really happy. So I'm feeling happy and motivated, so that's a good start.
It's definitely a great start.
So because we're going to continue this interactive process, please do go to Menti now from your smartphone. And come on, Marco.
I'll do it as well.
Be engaging, please, and start voting for your favorite teams. And we will check out the results after we've had this brief chat with Marco. So, Marco, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
We're really appreciating this. And we just wanted to ask you, I mean, how do you think that this pandemic has really affected our company and Deutsche Telekom?
I think it has had a significant impact, not only in Deutsche Telekom, but I think in many companies, in society in general. I think we reacted really fast and with decisiveness to this change. But you know, I think it's something that really disrupted people's lives, and at the same time, it provided a great opportunity, right? You know, never let a good crisis go to waste, as some people say. So I think we need to look at the bright side as well and try to capitalize on those opportunities coming from this situation.
Great answer, Marco. So what skills do you find of pivotal importance in order to get digital transformation done in our company?
That's a very good question. Thank you. See, I think there are many skills. honestly, it's difficult for me to say there are some skills that are not important on this journey. I would definitely reference the ability to develop software, so all the different practices in relation to that, digital marketing, product development, UX, UI design. I think, just to reference a few, I think those would be very important. But again, there are many other skills that are of importance. So I think anyone can have an impact on this change.
How important do you find, a mindset, the mindset of our employees in order to get things done fast in our company and be effective?
Mm-hmm. I think it's really important, because one thing is possessing the hard skills to be able to be an active player on that change. I think another thing is really to have the mindset. And I think you can train, a lot of times you can train for skills, and sometimes it becomes a little bit more complicated to really change people's mindset. So I think that we all have to make an effort to have a more open growth mindset and really try to see challenges as opportunities for change. I think we as a company have invested quite a bit on that, and I think this situation just makes it even more relevant that we need to look at these opportunities with an open mind and really have a growth mindset when it comes to addressing change and have an impact.
That sounds really great, Marco. So what actions do you think are required now for Deutsche Telekom? The need to accelerate digitalization, has become of even more importance after the pandemic. So what can we do now to really get this done fast?
I think we had a great start as a company, as good as we could have in a situation like this, enabling people to work from home, having the technology at their disposal. I think there are amazing stories out there in the organization, in places like Croatia with the earthquake and the virus, and people kind of physically holding their desktops and taking them home. So I think we reacted really fast, enabled people to work from the comfort of their homes with the right technology. And I think that provides us an opportunity, because if I look into the future, I think the way the concept of office and work and that balance exists will evolve significantly. Probably offices will become a bit more of a hub where people come in and they can collaborate. I mean, we all know that Agile is super important for us, so collaboration is key in that context. But at the same time, people will also have the opportunity to work from anywhere with the right technology. So I think we just need to continue to capitalize on that opportunity and continue to push forward with the future of work.
Great work there. So I'm just looking at the Menti results now, Marco. So if you'd like to have a look too. Did you vote for your favourite one? You're not going to tell me, are you?
I can tell you, vote is secret.
The vote is secret. Okay, he's very, yes. Okay, so I can see that we've got Digital Company with 5.1, Live In with 4.5, COVID Monitoring with 4.1, e-prescription with 4. Thank you so much for the engagement involved here, that we're really taking part in this, and I'm sure that our teams will take your feedback in a constructive manner and work hard to improve themselves and develop themselves, because I know how hardworking, persistent and passionate they are in these things. So I think now we've reached the point where we're going to say goodbye to you, Marco. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And now we're going to move into the second round of pitches. 4 more teams will pitch their ideas, so please enjoy.
Hello, my name is Boro Petkoski, and together with my teammate, Sotiris Aronis, we'd like to ask, what if we could speed up network coverage by as much as twice, with less capex by as much as 1/2, and increase revenue all at the same time? If this sounds interesting, we invite you to join us and possibly change the way the telco industry does business. So, you know the challenge for the telcos. We have customers with no high-speed network in some locations. CapEx for FTTH rollout is limited, and rollout takes time. And with the COVID-19 situation, the need for good connectivity is greater than ever. Now, if we look at the fixed line business, we can see that the rivalry among telcos is quite high, where multiple networks overlap, but it's actually quite low where there's only one network. So very much the key to higher profitability and revenue is having only one network per location. And if we look at other industries, any given home can connect to only one power grid, one water supply network, and one sewage network. So the question isn't so much whether, but how can we have only one network and achieve win-win with all stakeholders? And we can do this with the coverall model, which is a business model innovation based on coopetition, which is just short for cooperative competition. With the coverall model, the telcos need to agree to allocate the rollout areas among themselves so that only one telco rolls out in a given location. Each telco allows the others to use its network on a wholesale level, and then the telcos compete in offering services over one network. With the coverall model, customers benefit because they get high-speed connectivity sooner. Telcos benefit because they get greater coverage faster with less capex and higher revenue and profitability. The government benefits from digitization, and even the environment benefits from less CO2 emissions to build and operate just one network. So how can we implement one network coopetition? Well, if you're interested, we invite you to join us and explore the 5 pillars of the coverall model. You can join us as a mentor or a sponsor by sending an email or calling us on the numbers on your screen. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Eva, and on behalf of the whole team that is composed of 6 members in total, I will present you our idea, which is called the Voice of Magenta. That is a remote virtual assistant for keeping the minutes of meeting based on voicification technology. How many of you have multiple meetings remotely every day? A lot, I guess. We have the solution. Now, because of the COVID-19, the remote digital way of working has become very common and demands better digital solutions. Several virtual meetings are held every day. Usually, one of the participants has the task to keep the notes during the meeting, to write the notes down, and then to send the minutes of the meeting to all the participants, usually by email. This is time-consuming, inefficient, and there is always the probability of personal judgment and mistakes. But what about if this process could be done in an automatic way? That's exactly our proposed solution, a remote virtual assistant for keeping the minutes of meetings. Based on a customized speech-to-text technique and a customized cloud-based PBX, we support conference call natural language understanding, reporting summarization, and sentiment analysis report. So after a meeting, a report with the minutes of that meeting is issued automatically. The report is sent by email to all the participants in the meeting and contains a diagram with the sentiments, the feelings of the participants in the meeting, whether they were positive, negative, or neutral. Does their solution have a competitor? There is a huge trend lately in the field of voicification. A lot of action takes place. We take advantage of this situation and we develop an extra feature that it will be accessible and plugged in to existing infrastructure, for example, through Alexa, WebEx, and Magenta Speaker. About the target group, it's both B2B and B2C. We propose our service to be provided to companies that support remote way of working, but to end users as well. However, in the second phase, we see also extra use cases. So, a quick time plan. Since the beginning of June, we have already run a questionnaire and we have performed several interviews with potential customers in order to find their real need. Also, we don't start from the 0 point. We already have a pilot, a prototype. Our short-term next steps include the market analysis, the legal requirements analysis in regard to GDPR, while in the next 3 months of the scholarship, we will further update our prototype and work on technical integrations of our solution. Our goal is to make it a sustainable service. But why us? We are a multi-skilled team with technical and business background, fully oriented to the customer. We have the common passion and the vision to make a change, starting from improving the working life of employees worldwide. we would like to ask for your support to realize our idea. If you have a technical, legal, marketing, or finance background, please support us and be our mentors. We won't stop until everyone is connected and until everyone works in a more efficient way for a better place for all. Thank you.
Hello to everyone, and thank you for being with us today. My name is Yorgos, and along with my colleague Antonis, we'll present you our idea and express our thoughts on how we can make our lives more interactive and digital. During Corona lockdown, we came upon a real-life problem. We would like to communicate more with our beloved ones while continuing having our normal life routine activities in the most seamless way possible. Our idea evolved exactly around that, developing an intuitive, interaction, content-rich platform that nurtures community building. As most prominent use cases for this concept, we anticipate education and entertainment. It's called Interactive Entertainment Platform. Let's explain it a bit further. A community able to share content among them, and on top of that, having the tools, features that would allow state-of-the-art interaction depending on the specific use case. The platform has the content on its core, so you can either share a video, a live stream, or screen capture. The audience can consume that content. The differentiation factor would be that for education, for example, purposes, we would provide tools like chatting of all the participants, live interaction by as many participants as the moderator chooses, ability to have a multiple choice test, on-screen translation, ability to reduce the quality through animation, and many more. The content will remain to a library on its own channel, and participants can interact on that even after the finalization of the live stream. They can share in the platform their notes and ask questions. The same stands for entertainment and more specifically for gaming. In this aspect, community impact is definitely of equal importance.
How convenient would it be? One common platform, one common ID and credential to facilitate all of these different use cases that we had during Corona crisis, but to be honest, we still have even today. It can be a standalone offering, but also in the long run, it perfectly supplements our telecom, TV, and cloud gaming products. TV platforms using IP links have already been used by millions of customers as we speak. Do you want them to use all that power just to watch movies? Or do you prefer to give them access to a new 360 user experience? Polarizing threats create new opportunities, and that may result to new revenue streams. As discussed in TamTam 2020, it was said that BT Group of the future cannot be stick to only core products and services. We need to adopt and remain on the top, and we do really have the means. As you can see in our presentation, these are only a few of some of our first thoughts on how to monetize our concept in a sustainable way. We have a potential goldmine in our hands, and that is you. I am Antonis, and together with Yorgos, we need your support for interactive entertainment platform to really make a difference. We won't stop until everybody is edutained.
Hello, we are Anke and Silke. We are specialists for design thinking, for positive psychology, and for creating enabling formats. And we would like to introduce our project idea, Future Fit, to you. Our goal is to make children future fit. We may not be able to avoid uncertainty, change, or crisis, but we can learn how to deal with future challenges in a helpful way. Future Fit is our expression for competencies that will be even more relevant in the future, such as resilience, mindset, emotional intelligence, and the knowledge how to unfold one's performance potential. The earlier kids learn how to cope with uncertainty and stress and adapt to a digitalized world, the easier they can implement a constructive and successful behavior in their daily lives. That will help to prevent stress-related diseases and to become conscientious adults. The need is high. The school curricula don't contain the topics, and teachers don't have the knowledge. That's why we want to bring this topic to schools. We have already gained some first experiences that we want to share with you. Already some months ago, we provided resilience trainings for teachers and learned how important it is to bring this knowledge to schools. The scholarship gives us the chance to realize this meaningful idea and to create helpful and beneficial solutions in order to support society and, most important, kids on their way to life. Meanwhile, we had several interviews with schools, partners, competitors, and other stakeholders, and participated in the hackathon Wir für Schule.
Out of these first insights, we created our business idea. We want to offer ready-to-use material for schools that can be used as add-on material for the regular subjects and applied to working groups or project weeks. We would also like to support teachers during the crisis and strengthen them. So we will offer enabling formats for teachers as well. And we will build a community to connect the existing ideas. There are already lots of different initiatives in the market that support the overarching idea to transform and develop schools. As our next steps, we will set up our homepage, create prototypes, and run some pilot sessions in schools. In order to be successful, we will need your support. Please help us to spread our material and show it to the schools you know. If you have any helpful network or would like to bring in your own ideas, please let us know. And last but not least, we need financial sponsors and people that could support us with a webpage creation. The challenges are there. We have the knowledge to support kids to deal with it. Please support us to share it as wide as possible. You will find more details in Yum. Please follow us in Yum, get in touch and connect to FutureFit. Thank you.
So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed round 2. I did.
Absolutely.
How about
Great.
you, Johannes?
You know, I'm blown away, right? You know, I happen to know those guys already for a few weeks or even months, and it's really an inspiration to work with those guys. But you know, they have put a lot of decent energy and digested our feedback to hone their pitch, right? And keep in mind, please keep in mind, they're still at the very beginning of their journey, right? So of course, it's important that you are looking into the ideas and what they are working on and the problem they are, having in mind to solve with their initiative, but also take into account who is actively working on this project and how you, assess those guys from a personal standpoint. These innovation projects are depending on actually who is running the project, right? Not only about the ideas. Ideas are more or less commonplace. So take this into consideration, please.
So I'd add on this is the fact that, it's what you mentioned before, Johannes, like seeing these teams a couple of weeks ago and seeing the result today, I definitely feel inspired. I mean, the development of their skills, even, the way they communicate the message, the fact that they've understood clearly, and, I hope you guys thought that the messages and the ideas were, clearly explained. But I've seen a great development even in the last couple of weeks. So, they've got 3 months ahead of them now to work, 100% of the working hours in developing these ideas. So they've done a great job. And from what I know, they've really reached out there to leaders out there. So thank you, a big thank you. So Johannes, a big thank you,
thank you
to,
so much.
to
Yes.
all the big leaders out there, and from the NatCos, and I know from Greece also, for the support that has been provided. I mean, the meetings, the time. I know time is money, but your support is super, super valued, and you're actually having an impact on somebody's life, and that's very touching. And I feel very emotional about that, because I know that if we work together, we can deliver great results, and we can really speed innovation in our company to bring our company forward in the digital future.
Yeah, maybe let me add quickly, so that we have seen ideas which are more adjacent to telecoms, heritage, and also at the very core of our core business and of our company, and that also outlines the challenge the teams are facing, both with regards to how to accomplish their ideas in the marketplace, but also convince our company to find them supporters and help them become successful. So if you are an innovator, you're basically in an uphill battle, right? And unfortunately, this hill transforms into a mountain while you are on the go, right? So the challenges are, even growing over time. So the willpower of the individuals is of utmost importance, because no innovation comes cheap, no innovation comes easy, and it often comes as a surprise. So that's basically the setup of this whole thing.
So, what is great, and let's just really say this now, is the fact that not only are we working on improving connectivity and the dominance that we have in the market, but we're working on adjacent markets that will lead to, enhancing customer satisfaction, because this is what we are about here in Deutsche Telekom, isn't it? And so I'm loving the speeding in innovation, and I'm loving the leaders out there walking the talk and the support provided. So, anything further to add, Johannes?
Nothing to add. Thank you. So let's have a look at the Menti feedback.
Yes, my favorite part. So far we have Voice of Magenta with 4.6. We have Future Fit with 4.3. We have Interactive Edutainment with 3.3 and Coverall with 3.2. The results will continue to come in here, so thank you so much for being so engaging and interactive and taking part in this activity with us. I'm sure our teams will take your feedback in a constructive manner and will further develop themselves and be even more effective in 2.5-month period now, when they'll blow us away. So one last thing, and if we're going to ask for something from our audience at this moment, is we've said this quite a few times, but I think repetition, at one point it'll go through. So if you're out there and you want to mentor a team, or you want to really share your skills and help develop these teams, move forward, become even better, you can actually take part. So call to action, mentor our teams.
Yes, let's start this global mentoring community off today, right? So you are really invited to become a mentor. Think about yourself as an individual, right? So this mentorship you can provide can even go beyond your specific role which you are having within this company, because we are, having our private life, we have interests, we have experience, we have a network of people who might be helpful to our teams. And really think about, okay, if you give, eventually you can also ask. Right? So it's not only about having this, positive karma impact of giving, but you will also grow your own network, grow your own experience. We will, change our skill set as a company from there. And, we're only set to gain. So let's do it together.
Definitely. And as we said before, it's the most selfish act. I mean, when I engage with these teams, it's so fulfilling for me. I mean, I'm loving, I see the spark in these people's eyes. I see how they're developing. I see the fact that they have a purpose and they're pursuing their dreams. And I mean, if we want to develop our people here and really become even stronger as a company, we've got to focus on our people. And your contribution can make an impact. So we won't stop until everyone's connected.
We won't.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.